I'm Krista Tolson. I'm a mother here at Isaac Dixon. We love our garden. It's a very welcoming environment for new parents who haven't quite found a way to involve themselves with the school or in the classroom. It's a very welcoming space where we all can commune and get to know one another, and our families can have an opportunity to work hard and enjoy the fruits of our labor. This is my son, Roan. He is a rising second grader. He and I have spent many, many days in the garden here, and we absolutely love this garden. What's your favorite part about the garden, Roan?
I don't know, holding Doris.
The hen? Yeah. He loves the hens. We often collect eggs in the morning and we chart them, and we look over our chart regularly to find out when our hens are laying and who's laying, because they all lay different colored eggs.
And there's no rooster, so we can eat the eggs.
This is true.
And this is Isaac Dixon, a school, and a vegetable garden here at Isaac Dixon.
Thanks, buddy.
Good morning. I'm Kathleen Griffin. Welcome to my garden. Looking back, I realized that this garden sold the house. When Bob and I were looking for a one-level house in an established neighborhood, and we had a peek at the garden in the back, we had to have the house. We were so delighted with the garden, and I'm still delighted with it. When I found out about the Master Gardener program and learned that it was an opportunity to educate myself and then have an opportunity to volunteer to teach others in Buncombe County about good gardening practices, I decided that it would probably be a pretty good fit. The Master Gardener Tour was established several years ago to raise funds for the Master Gardener School Grants Program. Last year, 19 schools in Buncombe County benefited from the program. Oh, these children are from all ages, from diverse cultures, all levels of society, and they love learning to garden. It's a joy to see them there with their chickens, and they're selling their seeds and pulling weeds. It's a great program. I like to dip my hands in the dirt. I like the connection with the earth, and it's nice to know that we're helping to stimulate these kids to develop a similar passion.
Welcome to my garden. I'm Mary Fearley. I'm a volunteer at Buncombe County Extension Office as a Master Gardener. And my garden is really a sentimental garden. I feel like I spent a lot of my childhood in gardens. And the second that I got this house and I had my little children and I had this big yard, I have been working to sort of recreate a lot of the beautiful gardens that I knew from my father and mother and relatives over in Alabama, and It's a passion for me. I love it. Okay, I have a little bit of everything. I can't just concentrate on one type of gardening. I've got a vegetable garden. I love to grow flowers. I've got different kinds of berries, and I have become a beekeeper in the last few years. So as I garden, I really concentrate and think about the pollinators, the bees and other pollinators in our area. So I try to plant with them in mind. Another fabulous thing about gardening is sharing. I like to share plants with people. So many people have shared plants with me. And what would be the point of having a lovely garden if you didn't have people to come visit? So I love for people to come visit. I'm excited to be on this garden tour, and it's a garden that I want to share with anybody that's interested.
Hi there, welcome to the Beaufort House Inn. I'm Christina Muth, and with my husband Jim, we're the owners of this inn and this historic property in Asheville, North Carolina. I'd love to introduce you to our gardens today, mostly because they have a strong historic nature. The house was built in 1894, and a lot of the gardens were incorporated then, and especially some of the old trees. Some of the highlights of the inn on the property for our guests: we have a 250-year-old white oak tree that stands majestically right in front of at the front door, the front entrance to the inn, and that welcomes our guests when they arrive. But the gardens themselves are fun to take care of. I joined the Master Gardener program in Asheville in order to become more educated about how to maintain these gardens, how to add to them, and really to protect the integrity of the historical nature of the gardens. The other thing that's important about this garden to me is that it's a working garden, because we're a business. So on any given day when we're full, I might have 24 people for breakfast, and we do 2 courses here. I'm the cook with my husband and one other staff member, and it's really important that we can come into the garden and I can get fresh herbs every morning. We use local eggs and local produce whenever we possibly can, so having fresh herbs to pull from in the garden is a really wonderful addition. The Master Gardener program has been a fabulous resource for me in identifying what I have on the property and how to best take care of it.
Hi, welcome to the Jean and Dorma raised bed garden. We're standing in the middle of 80 raised beds. These are 6 inches high. Most of them are 4 feet by 4 feet. We got into this business 3 years ago, raising vegetables for our local church. About 20% of the people in this county are hungry on any given day. And so we wanted to help, and this is what we've done. Dorma's taught me more about raised bed gardening than the master gardeners, but still I've learned a lot there too. We welcome you to the Rainy Raised Bed Garden.
Welcome to the 1889 White Gate Inn and Cottage. My name is Ralph Coffey and I am the gardener here. Frank, my partner, and I bought the business about 15 years ago and decided to create the gardens as sort of the niche for our bed and breakfast. So what I've done over the last 15 years is create a garden based on winter interest. And how that came about is that our guests expect our gardens to look great year-round. So if you create a garden based on winter, then it's going to look great year-round. It also leads you toward my favorite types of plants, which are conifers and Japanese maples. We have about 70 different varieties of conifers in the gardens and about 23 different Japanese maples. The gardens are really based on self-seeding as well. I have a lot of plants here that pop up from year to year, different places. I move them around. I probably spend as much time now taking plants out, moving things around as I do putting in new plants. But there's always room for one more plant. And Mother Nature tends to create opportunities for us. This past January we lost 2 huge sugar maples that were declining. So now I have areas in the garden that have gone from part shade to full sun. So it does create another opportunity for new plants. What I love about gardens like this is they constantly change. From year to year they're different. And as I said, Mother Nature is always offering us opportunities to reinvent the garden